I loves me some 1 degree of Chunky B.
Now, I just have to make a comment about Chunky B. Have you ever seen him looking so good?
The panel then includes actress Lady Kazan, comedian Chunky B, and Playboy TV host Julie Strain. Chunky?
What was the question? Bam. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Chunky B right here in the Garage of Love. 1 degree of Chunky B. Yeah, we've got another podcast, and I have no idea what you people are doing, but whatever it is, you're making us smile. The numbers are growing, and people are dialing in, and you're retweeting, and I swear to God, I could give you a big hug. But before I give you a big hug, I want to celebrate more beer. Hello, Venice Duck.
Yeah, let's put the label up.
Yeah, check this out.
There you
and
go.
I'll just jump right across the table of love. Say hello to the executive producer. Say hello to Gary Adler, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, Chunky B. And I want to say to the folks at home, listen, if you're going to return those Christmas gifts through Amazon, go to our site,
Yes.
click on the Amazon button, and we get a little piece of that, and we can feed the wizard.
The donation button. The donate, and you know something? You know, how about a round of applause for the Wizard of the Knobs,
Yeah, he's
Travis
back.
Spencer,
back.
in the Garage
Gentlemen,
of
it's been a long
Love.
time. It's good to be back. It's good
Can
to
we
be back.
do this at least?
Yeah, do
Can
the
we give him
knobs.
one of these?
Do the knobs.
The knobs.
Yeah.
It's been a while. We haven't seen the knobs. in a
Yeah,
while.
awesome, man.
Great
You
to
been-
have
What have
you
you been
back.
doing? Tripping in the desert? What's going on?
I've been taking January off drinking. I'm trying to correct the body, get right back to that state when I'm ready to go back into the netherworld and then destroy.
Are you serious? So you're not going to drink the duck tonight?
I'm good.
You're not going to drink any rum or
strong.
Jack Daniels or
Staying
anything?
strong
I
tonight.
love it. I love it. I love
Next
it.
time, I'll be back.
Hey, speaking of strong, we've got a strong comedian in the Garage of Love. I'm just going to bust it out right now.
Yeah, let the
Dannon
folks know.
Green in the garage. Give it up for Dannon Green, everybody.
Hey.
Good times, man.
You know, pull your car in the garage, settle down. There's a couch right here. You know you're always welcome. Dannon Green, check this out. You know it's 1 degree of Chunky B, and I act like I know everybody?
Yes.
Technically, I know Dannon Green. Here's the most bizarre story. We were flying on an airplane. Where were we going? Do you remember?
No, I don't.
We
were flying somewhere. We were in the air.
We were in the air, and
Yes.
I got booted to the back of the bus.
Oh, yeah, you were on the back. Yeah.
Right, and then
You
you
let the black
happened
man
to-
stay up front. The white man in the back of the bus.
Right. And check this out. He sits next to Nancy, my wife.
Yes.
That's a good call, man.
And you know, after 2 days of listening to how cool Dannon Green is,
She wasn't supposed to tell you nothing.
yeah, I know. I don't know. It's mile high. I don't know what's
Finally,
going on.
Nancy's in the club, man.
Right. So she's like, you got to get this guy in the podcast. Cut to right now. This money motherfucker, this funny motherfucker is in the Garage of
Yes.
Love. Right
Yeah.
there.
Yes, I'm here.
I will say this before we let him actually speak.
Yeah.
I looked him up on YouTube today, and folks at home, just Google Dannon Green videos, and you will see some amazing stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, hilarious, dude.
Okay, here's another thing I'm going to ask you. By the way, how are you?
Man, I'm great, man. I'm happy to be in the garage.
Right on. How are you dialed into those movies? When I was doing some research on you, and what's the boy, the thing with Snoop in it?
Baby boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you said you were tied into that. How are you tied into that?
Well, the funny story behind that is I was asked to be in the movie. I didn't have to audition for the part because I was in this big like boot camp about a number of years ago with some of the top black actors and actresses now. Taraji Henson, Anthony Anderson, Chris Spencer, all of these guys. So anyway, they were doing Baby Boy. They had a scene where they wanted me to be in it with Kim Whitley, who's done very well, and I was supposed to be like a guy who dated 2 girls, and it was supposed to be the Kiki and Boo show. It was like a TV show. It's supposed to be a TV show within the show
In the movie.
Right. But what happened was we shot the scene, and I guess it was too expensive to put it in there, whatever, so they wiped it out, and they put us on the DVD. So I'm not in the movie. I was supposed to be in the movie, but I'm on the DVD of the movie. So, yeah, you know.
How many people did you tell you were in the movie?
I told everybody. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when the credits run, my name is in the credits. So everybody like, man, I ain't see you in the movie. And I'm like, yeah, you ain't look hard enough.
You must have been getting some popcorn.
Hey, you know.
Were you brokenhearted? Was it like you told everybody in the movie?
Yeah. You know what? That was about the second. I've been brokenhearted in Hollywood about 3 times,
Right.
But
without the women. So that was.
I got you. But did you not know? Did they tell you?
They did not tell me,
Oh,
man.
shit.
Yeah, so I'm at the premiere looking good.
Oh,
Got
no.
a girl with me, yeah, baby. And she like, okay. And I'm like,
Can I still get laid?
yeah, I still get some. Yeah. I apologize about something that I had no control over, but can I still get some?
I can't imagine.
Oh my God.
And you're in a movie with Snoop.
Yeah, I'm in there with Snoop, Tyrese. I'm in there with the big boys. You know what I mean? And well, I didn't make it.
What was happening? I know I'm stuck on this because that's a scene out of a movie. When you're bragging to your girl, you're in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go to the premiere, and that version of the movie, you get cut out.
And you got to sort of know when your scene might be coming up, right?
Well, I knew when it was coming up, and that's when I started moving my hand near her leg. I feel like, when this scene comes, she gonna get hot, and I can just go ahead and feel her leg and get away with it, And when it came and it showed me, she slapped me dead in the forehead. No, she didn't. Get your hand off of me.
Give me some stories about.
Well, I wanted to hear about his other disappointment.
Yeah, you said 3 times, so
Yeah,
that's one.
I got a great one for you.
Break it down.
Okay, here's 2. The first one, it was a tragedy for the country when it first started. It was 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
That day, I was supposed to go to network for a TV show. They wind up, everything got canceled that day. But a week and a half later, I go to network. I go to network for the TV show That's So Raven. It's me, the guy that got it, and another guy. It's 3 of us going in there for the dad part.
Gotcha.
And I go in there, man, and I've got these guys cracking up over at Disney, just dying. And and they said, well, we'll let you know in a week. So I'm thinking that, I killed it. Now, I only saw 2 of the guys there. The guy that got it came late. I'm like, that's kind of fucked up that you're going to just come late to the audition, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks go by, I didn't hear no noise. 2 weeks go by, no news. Finally, I called my agent, and my agent's like, oh, I forgot to tell you, you didn't get it. I'm like, ain't this a bit? Like, thanks for the great warning. So that was the first one. But the second one was the heartbreaking one. I auditioned for Everybody Hates Chris.
Yep.
The Chris Rock show.
Sure.
The pilot. I get the part.
No.
I shoot the pilot. So everybody's concerned about whether the show is going to get picked up. That's when you shoot a pilot, most people are just concerned whether the show is going to get picked up.
That's right.
Yeah.
For at least a season.
Right. So I'm like, oh man, I hope the show gets picked up. So when I had a friend that's in the business, and he said, about a month and a half go by, he said, yo, Dannon, I saw the pilot for Everybody Hates Chris. I'm like, oh man, good. How'd I look? He said, you're not in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, you bullshit. I'm thinking like he's playing with me. He said, no man, you're really not in it. I go, you're kidding. Man, 2 weeks later, I get a call from Dan Guggen, one of the producers from it, and he goes, Dan, I got good news and bad news. I said, yeah, what's the good news? He said, the good news is the show got picked up.
Yep.
I said, the bad news, which I already knew.
Yeah.
He said, Dan, we had to cut you out.
Shit.
And man, that was the only time. I think that's probably the only time in Hollywood I might have really I won't never say I was depressed, but I don't. Is sleeping on the couch 6 weeks naked being depressed?
I don't know. That's
Okay,
Chucky.
I think you know what that is? That's 2 months of a good time for me.
Okay, yeah. But never washing up too.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess I wasn't depressed.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, so those are my
Twice in a row
stories.
you got cut to the
Yeah,
floor.
man. This is
Now,
but-
let me ask you something. How did you get cut out of the pilot? What did they give you an explanation?
Yes, the truth. The funny story is I know Chris Rock, so I happened to see Chris Rock outside of the Laugh Factory one night, and I saw him. I said, "Hey, Chris." Hey, damn. I said, "Man, Chris, man, ask you a question." I said, "Man," because I saw Chris at the when he was there at the taping.
Sure.
The shooting of the pilot. I mean, he was right there on Paramount Studios. I mean, it was great. And he goes, "Man, I don't know." And you got to picture what Chris is. Chris, as wild as a comedian is, and how he's a very laid back dude off a stage.
Right.
So he was like, "Chris, what happened?" He's like, "Man, I really don't know. I think it went too long, and we didn't send her to work, and and what happened was I was going to play Tashina Arnold's boss. She was going to be coming to work, and I was a realtor boss, and she was going to work under my company, but they never sent her to work. So they cut the
Oh,
character.
they cut your character out. They didn't replace you.
No, they didn't replace me. No.
Yeah, they just
Oh, no,
got-
I'd have burnt down the whole studios in there to replace me.
I thought
Nah, hell with that
that
shit.
same dude from
yeah.
That's So Raven
Oh,
got
nah.
this one too.
Yeah. Nah.
That guy's gonna haunt you, man.
Yeah. So,
That's fucking Hollywood, isn't it, man?
man, you know, it's good and bad. I mean, you know you're close and you know you got the talent, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know, and people were like, and I kept it quiet. Here's the crazy thing about it. I kept it quiet because you know how it is in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And it's like you want to tell people, but one, not everybody's gonna be happy for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Two, they're gonna be thinking you're bragging, and three, you don't know what's gonna happen. So
Sure.
I kept it quiet. It was in the Wall Street Journal.
That
You know
got-
they, you know when
got
they, you know,
picked up.
yeah, you know when the shows get picked up, they put them in. I think it's in another thing you was supposed. The Wall Street Journal, they usually put all the shows, and my name was in it.
Yeah.
So now I'm getting calls.
Like,
that same
congratulations.
the same girl that was at the movies with me that didn't
Yeah.
want to go. Yeah, didn't give me nothing. She calls back.
go back?
All right, I'm playing. I'm
Yeah, I know.
bullshit.
My thigh, she's like, my thigh's
Yeah.
available.
Yeah.
Can you give me the Chris Rock?
Yeah.
Damn, but
And
you
I
know
got
what
cut.
people don't understand that don't live here and don't work in the business is this shit happens more than
Oh
anything
my God.
else happens.
Yeah.
Disappointment is the fucking rule. Of the
You get
film,
more
man.
no's than you get yes.
Oh my
Of course.
goodness.
But a lot of people don't realize that you're not in the room, and when they're watching a pilot,
Yeah,
they make a split decision right there that can change somebody's
I know. Change
day,
your career.
year, career.
Right.
And those guys, those executives, they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chunky was cast in a reality show that went for like 7 years, man.
And you know what? I was the last one. They were like, okay, we're going to take Chunky. We're going to take Chunky. And this guy that brought me, I wasn't in the room. He goes, you're not going to believe it. Everybody over at Spike TV said, we'll take Chunky. And the last fucking kid, little 27-year-old pimply ass fuck, goes, you know something? I know Chunky. He's a warm-up guy. And they're like, wait, hold on. No one said he was a warm-up guy.
Oh man, put your business on the street.
Yeah.
Oh man, you from
Yeah.
New York?
I'm a New Yorker.
You should have had him hit.
It's not too late.
It's not too late.
Where are you from?
I'm from Philly.
I know you're from
but
Philly.
born in New York.
And as I'm talking to you, I'm starting to play back what my wife was saying, that you actually had, I think there was a death in your family.
Yes, that's what happened. My brother passed. Yes, I had.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no problem. It was a sudden thing. He had a stroke, and that's why I forgot why I went back. That's why I was going back. Yeah. So
But the
thank you.
thing was, is that what a Hollywood story is that you had an audition, then your brother's, God bless him, funeral, and then you went back for the callback or something.
And you won't believe this. I got it.
Did you really?
I got it. It was
good for you,
yeah. It was so crazy. I almost missed the flight. No, I mean I almost missed the audition because my flight left at 1:00, and I was nowhere I was going to miss the flight. And so they happened to have my audition. If my audition was any later, I wouldn't have been able to make it. It was at 10 o'clock. No, 11 o'clock. So what I did, you know how you can go to an audition a little earlier, you just be the first one. I didn't even care about the callback.
Yeah,
really.
you sign in.
Yeah, so I just went in there, got there at 10. I got there at 10. They saw me. I did it. I said I got to leave, got an emergency at home. Drove to a friend's house. Usually I park my car at the flyaway in the valley and then take it down to the airport.
Right.
I had a friend meet me at the church that I go to down in L.A. She parked my car at the church, took me to the airport, and I made the flight. And that's how it happened. Then I came back and got the part.
Awesome.
Hang on,
Yeah.
I just got a text, Chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, dude. They cut you out of that one.
Oh, my God. Boy, I tell you. Man, if I had any luck, it would be these two guys right here. But yeah, I got the part. So
Congratulations.
And I got
commercial, was it?
Yeah, I got two big ones. I had two of the biggest ones for the holiday season. I got the NBA one. I was in the NBA promo, the big one that they did for all season.
Oh, nice.
The one with Common. It called Everybody Up. I'm in that one.
Yeah, right on.
That's
Yeah,
a
I'm the
good
guy
one.
sitting on the couch eating popcorn.
Excellent.
You've
That's
seen it
good.
before if you watch the NBA. And then the commercial that paid me big, that's still paying me, is the United States Postal Service commercial. But it was called This Is Our Season, and the Postmaster General is in it, and he's talking about how we made 15 billion successful deliveries last year and all stuff. You see my hand for a half a second. And my side of my face for maybe a half of a second.
Hey man, that's work. That's a job.
But that's what I'm talking about. Almost getting cut out because the director he kept saying move back, and I'm like, this shit ain't gonna work. This shit. I said something's gonna happen because he kept telling me to move back and just put your hand in. I'm like, I'm not gonna make it. And
Yeah.
I've seen this story before.
But he only had his hand. You know, they call that a hand job.
It's called
Oh,
a
is that-
hand.
is that a hand job?
It's called a motion.
Yeah.
In Hollywood, it's called if you have emotion in the camera, but they can still recognize you because you can see it was me.
Yeah,
Okay.
You get it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I picked up 15 checks last week.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Nice,
and
man.
called that girl up who would let me rub her
Yeah,
leg.
right. Fuck you.
Yeah, you blew it this time again, girl.
I got a hand. All right. So let me bust this down. When did you get to Hollywood?
92, out of college,
School?
grad school, Ohio State University.
Let's
Ohio
give it
State
up for
University.
Ohio State this
Get up
year.
for them Buckeyes.
All right.
OH.
You know what's really crazy about Ohio State? Even though my brother went to Ohio State,
Oh, okay.
I spent a lot of time in Cincinnati. Ohio State and Oregon were the two first in college history that had a championship.
Right.
You know,
and the last two.
And then boom, started
First two and the last two.
Yeah, just want to let you know.
That's a great information.
I know there's little things.
What'd you do this weekend, Travis?
Shut up.
Yeah. Now that we got that out the way, I don't know where it came from. No, I'm sorry.
Are you doing a road? Are you on the road?
I do some road. I had a game plan when I came out here, and my game plan was I had known some road comics back. I started my comedy in Ohio, actually, in Columbus. So I started in the clubs which was good for me. I started in clubs, all white clubs, which was good because I didn't know about Def Jam. I didn't know about that. So I can do my comedy. I can do comedy for anyone, clean, church, you name it.
Right.
So before I moved, and how I got out here, if you don't mind me telling you the story.
Of course. Please.
I was, like a lot of the young combos, I was hanging out at the Funny Bone in Columbus, Ohio. And on a Wednesday night, I get there, and Rich Scheidner is there.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, so I get to talk to Rich Scheidner all week. And he's talking to me, and he's chatting with me. And he goes, and so on that Sunday, he was going to allow me to open up for him. Like he said, I'm going to give you the Sunday show, you know. And then something happened, the show got started. You know me, I'm good for getting cut. So I ain't make that show either. So maybe I should do a show called I Got Cut.
And then we'll never air.
And then it never
That
aired.
shit'll get cut.
Thanks.
It'll be the best thing no one ever seen.
I tell you, my luck. So anyway, I'm sitting there with Rich, and then finally Rich goes, "How old are you?" And I go, "I'm 26." And he goes, You should move to LA. And I go, "Well, why do you say that?" He goes, "Because you seem mature enough where you're going to go out there and you're going to be focused and you're not going to go out there and get caught up in the lights." That's what he told me. And he said, and a month later, I moved to LA.
No kidding.
Yep.
Wow.
And that's how I got here.
Damn. Check this out. You see this hat I'm wearing?
Yeah.
Can you read it?
U.S. Open Oakmont, 2016. Why is it so dirty?
Because I wear it all the time.
It's a year late. It's a year early.
That's right.
Okay.
I got this hat before anybody else did.
Wow.
You're a golfer.
Yes,
I
sir.
want to know golf stories. I want to know more stuff about your comedy. I want to know a bunch more shit. But we're gonna hold on right here because we're gonna sit down and enjoy some duck. We're with Dannon Green, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching 1 Degree of Chunky B.
Look him up.
Yeah,
Yeah, look me up,
got
please.
we got Travis, we got Gary, we got Dannon. Don't go anywhere. Do me a favor, get on there and tell everyone you're tuning in right now. We're gonna be right back in a second. Damn. Hey, you guys, Chunky B. 1 Degree of Chunky B in the Garage of Love, and you know if you want to get your quack on, you go to Venice Duck. And I'm not even kidding. This is a good beer. Tell your friends. Don't be afraid to get your quack on. Dude, this is actually really
I
good
know.
beer.
It's fucking great beer.
We're so lucky.
Oh, shit. I'm still recording.
Hey, you guys, music provided by Play Up Music. That's playupmusic.com.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is comedian Dannon Green, and you're looking at me on 1 Degree of Chunky B.
I love the fact that you're not afraid to get outdoors and play golf.
I'm a golfer, man.
Yeah.
Love golf. I am a
When did this start?
crackhead for golf.
When does this start?
Well, as you know, I always have a great story, so why don't we tell you?
Bust it down.
First of all, I'm an East Coast kid, and I grew up in a time when, Wild World Sports was on there. I watched every single sport. I know wrestling. I knew weightlifting with the big Russian weightlifter back
Sure.
in the day. You remember the guy that used to win all the time? From boxing to golf, Johnny Miller, you name it, I used to watch it. And when I was at Ohio State, my third year, my junior year, a friend of mine took me out golfing. We played 9 holes. Well, I promise you, it took me 22 on the first hole. I mean, it was terrible. So I kid you not. I was hitting the ball everywhere.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
I know.
So I didn't play anymore. I moved out to L.A. and I had some friends that golf. Well, I never got into it. What happened was I got invited to a celebrity weekend with Eric Davis, the baseball player, who's a very good friend of mine. Played for Cincinnati Cincinnati Reds.
Reds, yeah.
So he had a weekend, and his weekend it was a 3-day event, and one day was a golf tournament at Mountain Gate. So I go up to Mountain Gate, and for those who don't know about Mountain Gate, it's a country club with not a lot of black people. Jim Brown and Samuel Jackson. So anyway, I go up there, and I played 11 holes. But by the 11th hole, I had to quit, because I kept hitting the ground before I would hit the ball.
Sure.
And this tendon in this right arm,
hurt yourself.
Should have been snapped.
You got a golfing injury.
Yes. So I stopped, but I enjoyed it. No lie. 3 weeks later, I get invited to a celebrity weekend where I'm asked to perform up in Utah in Salt Lake City with Brian Russell, who used to play for the Jazz.
Yeah.
Another good friend of mine. So he invited me up there, a whole bunch of celebs, and so I brought a starter set. I said, I had these friends that two guys that play golf. I said, let me just get a starter set. So I took a starter set up there, and Brian says, look, you guys have access to the city. Anywhere you go, you just say you with us, and they'll charge. That's how great it is when you go to these smaller towns. Everybody knows everybody. You know. So we go to this golf course, Stone Mountain, I think it is, something like that. It's actually was designed by Johnny Miller. It was very new. Didn't even have a clubhouse, but gorgeous. So I'm out there with my buddies, and we're playing. This is a true story. And at one of the holes, I got the picture of the hole. And when you stop, it's about 75 degrees. And the mountains we're in Salt Lake. So Salt Lake's surrounded by the mountains. Sure. And the mountains are surrounded by snow. And I said to my buddy, true story, I said, this is what the white man's been trying to keep us from. And I took up golf after that. Really? And it hasn't stopped me. Yep. And I've been playing about 15 years, man. I'm a 10 handicap. I had it down to a 5.4 before I blew my knee out on the basketball court, but now it's down to a 10. Damn. A legit 10.
That's awesome.
Yep. And that's my golf
story.
Impressive. Yeah.
Okay, tell me one story about how you cheated. 30 seconds or less. Everyone's cheated once or twice.
Yes, I have cheated. I'm not proud of it.
You play for money with your friends?
No.
No?
No. We don't want to say that. If you go ask me if I'm cheating, I'm just saying. You're going to ask my friends to listen to a show they know. So now we got to watch him every day. Thanks a lot. That was a real intelligent question. And he's your co-host? Boy, you won't last long on here, I promise you. So anyway, I cheated one time. I did it a couple times. I cheated one time how everybody cheats. Yeah. And I don't do it no more because I don't like it. When your ball's down there, you take your coin and you slide it under your ball. When you slide the coin under the ball, then you pick it up. And then you take the ball and then you put it about another 2 inches in front of your ball. So you gain about 4 inches on the hole. I don't do that no more. And then outside of me doing a little Phil Mickelson, like the commercial, I kicked the ball out of a little tree stump before.
Sure.
And while my friends, I'll get ready to have a shot, and I'm in a little trouble. So when everybody sees I'm about to take the shot, they drive off, and I kind of just like, and I hit
slightly better lie. Slightly better lie.
But it's not good to cheat. Kids don't cheat.
No.
Shit, I don't want no
Stay
kids.
in school.
Stay in school and don't cheat.
Yeah.
Except
for
yeah.
This guy here, I tell you.
When you were 16, where were you?
When I was 16, I was living in New Hampshire.
Okay, were you a good kid? Or were you a partier?
I wasn't a party. I liked to party, but I started boxing young.
Oh, you were a boxer. That's right.
Yeah, and it gave me discipline at a young age. So even though I used to smoke weed, I could stop at any time.
Yeah.
And then the boxing really kept me out of. It gave me a lot of respect. If you know about Philadelphia is a place where if you play basketball, if you box, pretty much you're gonna get respect. You can walk right down the middle of a gang fight and they'll stop. Like, oh, he's boxing, let him go ahead, and then they'll keep fighting everybody else. So I started
hang on,
boxing.
why is that? What do you think that is?
Because really in the inner city, people understand the discipline that it takes to box.
So there's a little respect.
It's a respect factor. It's not even about
that
you can beat the dude.
Oh, okay.
It's just that they know, because you know, now you with the MMA people, it's a different type. But back then, a man would stand up face to face, no weapons, and you fight. And then the loser would lose, and you go home and be mad, and you'll see the guy 3 days later and be, yo, that was a good shot, yeah, whatever. And you guys are friends the rest of your life instead of you get killed a minute later and you ain't never had a chance to apologize. So, you know.
You ever been in a bar fight?
No. Oh, yeah, I have been one time. It wasn't a bar fight. It wasn't really a fight. I took care of it.
Shut him down quick.
You want to hear the story?
Of course I do.
You know I got a good story, yeah.
Of course you do.
I'm on stage.
Oh, shit.
I'm new in comedy in Columbus, Ohio. And I on stage, bam, I'm performing. About 5 minutes in the show, this guy and his girlfriend come in, white guy. And I'm messing with him a little bit. I'm like, hey, why are you guys late? Now I'm real new to the game. You know, I'm serious. This is like 1990. I'm new. I don't know nothing. I'm like, why you coming late? You know? And I'm saying to the girl, she's cute. I mean, what are you doing with a guy like this? You know, and the crowd's laughing. And he just comes out and says, I don't believe they're letting the N-word up in here.
Oh, goodness.
Shut up.
I kid you not. So I said, like that, I was shocked.
Was it a mixed crowd?
No, it was mostly white.
Well, yeah.
But it wasn't that, you know, and it was like, I was shocked. So I said, I didn't know what to do. And I said, I want to thank everybody for the night. And I walked off stage.
Oh, goodness, man.
So I go to the bar, and people coming up. And one thing I like about white people who aren't racist, they come up and apologize for the racist people. You know what I mean? That's,
right. Yeah, 'cause we got the guilt, man.
You guys are good about that one. You know what I mean? Hey, you know, they're like, man, we're sorry about him, man. This is not what we're about. Let us buy you a beer. And I was like, okay, you know, cool. I was, you know, because I learned that discipline in boxing. And I learned that you just can't beat up everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and this is actually, he picked a bad time. I was at the height of my Golden Gloves. And so him and his girl were at the end of the bar again, and he said it loud. He said, I don't believe they're letting blacks. I don't believe they're letting me up here. And I kind of blacked out. And I walked over to him. He was a little bigger than me. And I said, man, why I got to be that? Why I got to be that? He said, and before he could say another word, I'm telling you, I hit him with the best 1-2. Bam, bam. And I mean, when I'm talking about, I splattered him.
Right.
So, but I was blacked out. I was already in a different.
You were in a frenzy.
I was in
man.
another mode.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even about the N-word by then. It was just me. I was in that mode. And she said, "What's your name?" You know, she's a little country drunk girl. And I loaded up.
No, you did not.
I loaded up. And it's no true story. And the security dude said, "Man, don't do it, man. Don't do it." And I caught myself. Because everybody was getting it. I don't give. My mama could have been there. She'd have got cracked. Everybody was getting hit that night. I don't give a shit. So I said, okay. So I grabbed my stuff and I left to get in my car. So when I get to the car, the bouncer goes, "Hey man, come here, man. Let's talk to you." And so my East Coast spider senses went off and said,
Oh, yeah.
"You don't go back in the place you just got out."
Oh,
That's right.
man.
So I got in my car and I drove across the street to wait for the guy to bring my money. Because I told the promoter, "Yo, man, bring my money." You know, I guess he feel like I'm going to pay this motherfucker. Oh, he going to beat my ass too. I got across the street and no lie, 8 cop cars pulled up within 5 minutes. I was about the luckiest guy in the world.
Oh, they pulled up to the
the
club.
bar.
Yeah, and you're across the street, and they don't know
they
where
didn't
you
know.
are.
Yeah, they had already made the phone call.
left the
and
scene.
I left the scene. But it wasn't me. It wasn't me. If you're still looking for me,
Is there
just let you
statute
know.
of limitations?
Yeah. Oh yeah, statute of limitations.
Ah,
I'm
you're
good.
good.
I'm good.
Don't
I'm
worry
good.
about it.
Good. Yeah. So that's the only real major bar fight I've had.
Okay, bottom line, did you get your money?
Got my little $35.
It
You
was
know
all-
about the little shows you
No
do.
kidding, man.
Hey, but that $35 meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
You know, so
It was all worth it.
When did you walk off stage and you thought you were the king of the world? I'm at the top of my game.
it was a couple of times. I mean, I've had some really good shows recently over the last number of years. I probably hit my stride like the last 5 or 6 years. But I think it's when I did a TV set. I did a TV spot for BET's Comic View, and we shot it down in New Orleans. Nice. And it was packed. It was during the Essence Set Festival, so every black in America was there. Packed house, and I'm talking about, and I went on there, man, and
Took
I had
one car, by the way.
one car, yeah. Did you hire him?
Dude, I don't even know him.
Okay. And I mean, I went on stage, man, and I just
Killed
ripped it.
That's
And
awesome.
How long's your set?
It was a 20-minute set.
20 minutes.
And I really, and it was just one of those times, man, that I knew I had it, you know. And then it was just, you know, recently over the number of years, I know I got it, and people that have met me have said it, and it's just about opportunity for me. You know, I haven't gotten that big break yet, but I'm just as good as any of these guys out here. Chris Rock, Chris Tucker, Kevin Hart, and I've had people tell me I'm funnier than these guys. So I just, I knew it then, and being a stand-up, it's nothing like being on stage when you say a joke or you're doing material and everybody in that room got it.
Yeah.
That's better than sex, man.
Dude.
And I'm serious. That's
What I like to do is
what I'm talking
combine
about.
the both. I like to fucking tell jokes at the same time in front of like 100 people.
Well,
I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know.
yeah, and I was hoping that it wasn't at home because you don't want nobody laughing while you're having sex.
Besides your wife.
Yeah, tell my wife.
Well, that would be 1 degree of Chucky B right there.
What was the worst? What was like besides the story that you had to kick someone's ass? We've all done nights where there's 2 people in the audience. And they're drunk and they're like looking at each other talking and they're not paying attention to you.
Those are the best nights for me because then,
Yeah, right.
Man,
don't matter either way.
Yeah.
You got something that popped up that you could remember?
I've had a number of those shows, especially in the beginning.
Right.
But to be honest with you, those were the shows that helped me. Because I would still, I always, see, here's my thing. My thing was always from a mature point of view. I never, like, I hate comedians that go on stage and if it's a light crowd, go, wow, there's nobody in here tonight. But you got people that paid.
Yeah.
And I always tell my audience, look, if someone says that while you're on stage, while you're in there, leave. Then it really won't be nobody there.
Yeah.
So I've had a couple of nights, man, that it'd been 2 people, because it'd be early in the show, especially early in my career, where I would be pushed on stage first before the other guys would get the joy, And man, I would go up there and I would just do my set. Man, and have them cracking up and laughing. And I always said, if you can make one person laugh or 2 people laugh, that will probably feel uncomfortable because there's no one else there. You know what you can do with a crowd. So yeah.
Who do you want to star in a movie next to? Who do you want to co-star with?
You know what? I'm gonna say this to you. That's one of the best questions someone has ever asked me because I have a few people that I always wanted to work with, and no one's ever asked me. One, I always wanted to work with Murray, Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, jeez.
Bill Murray, Steve Martin.
Nice.
And the the big guy. He did the he was in a movie with
Chaz Palminteri.
No. My big dude, the tall dude. He's tall. He does a lot of comedy. He was
Brad Garrett.
No, not Brad.
That's what I was thinking.
No, not Brad. The other guy. Oh my.
Tall guy. Was he in TV?
He was in the movie. What was the movie when Will Ferrell went back to school? Well, he was running the streak down. Old School. Who was in Old School?
Oh, Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah. I spaced his name out also.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? We've had on this podcast the guy who wrote Old School.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Kurt.
Talk about hitting the cutting room floor, huh?
Yeah.
That poor guy. He gave a script away.
Wow.
They redid.
He got a story by credit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I had one of my movies stolen. I can't say which one, but we sued and we won.
Really?
Yeah. Nice. It's a shame. First of all, back to your original question.
Yes.
So these are guys that I really would want to. I've always wanted to just work with those type of guys because I'm a dry humor type of dude.
Yeah.
And I was told by this one Kim Fields, Kim Fields' mom, Chip Fields, she was on Good Times, all that.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. She told me, she said, Dan, and she told me years ago, she said, you have the best comedic time I've ever seen on anyone. And I always know that I would, because I know how to give and take. You got to know how to give and take. And a lot of people don't, and they don't know how to bring it down. They don't know how to take it up and whatever. But I just, those are dreams of mine,
It's going to happen for you, bro, because this is your big break.
Oh, yeah.
No. I will let you know. Yeah. He's getting edited out. It's just going to be the 3 of us. Yeah.
What's crazy about this? I told my friends, I'm like, I'm going to do a radio show today. Yo, man, we're at down in Culver City. Oh, man, they got a lot of nice buildings down there. I'm in a fucking garage. The fuck? My shit, I just can't win in this damn game of life, man. You ever look around sometime in your life and you go, where did I mess up? Where did I really make the mistake? And that's what I feel like tonight. Like, did I really need to get off the 405 and come here to this shit tonight? But I guess so.
Hey, man, you never know.
You never know.
Dude, we're rounding third, headed for home in a second. But before, we always end the show with the Wizard of Knobs asking a question. But I've got a question.
Go for it,
Dan,
man.
before we put a bow on this. What's going to be on your tombstone? What's going to be in your eulogy? What do you want someone to say to you in front of the church, in front of all your friends?
You
and
mean
family?
me, right? Because I'm doing his.
Well, not him, because he'll cut it out. Dannon wanted me to say this, but I'm not going to say it.
I would like to read this. Yeah. Go ahead. What are you thinking?
You know what it is, and I honestly always said this, and because I always tell people life isn't about living and dying, because if you're born, it's inevitable you're gonna pass. I said, but life is about that time in between what you do with it. And I always said, no matter whatever happens with me in my life, I want people to know, to be able to say, you know what, he gave it a good shot. He played the hand he was dealt. Because I've been dealt a real interesting hand in life, and I've overcome a lot. So that's what I always want to tell people, people to know about me.
Yeah.
I played the hand I was dealt, and I went, no regrets. I went for it, Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
And you know something? What I was thinking, if I would rewrite that,
Yeah.
I went down swinging.
Went down swinging. Yeah.
You're a boxer.
Yeah.
You got passion. You got desire. You
Yeah.
got integrity. And you got one big ass motherfucking watch. Dude, I'm sitting there. Get that on. You got that? T?
That's in there.
All right. Look at that motherfucker. No
Well,
wonder
I
you
got good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't afford shit like this.
All right. Mr. Green.
Yeah, brother.
Awesome. We're not about to wrap it up. Because
Okay, I'm good.
We've got one more question from the Wizard of the Knobs.
Which has
Give
no
your
problem.
undivided attention, America, to
Put on your
Travis
thinking cap.
Spencer, the Wizard.
What up, T?
Dan, and it's an honor to be
Thank
in the
you,
room
man.
with you.
Thank you, bro.
Speaking of sports and everything, how much shit did you give your buddy from the Jazz when Michael Jordan lit him up for like 47?
Byron Russell?
Yeah, Byron Russell.
I always, the funny thing is, we used to mess around with B. Russ. We used to go around and tap him on the ass. And, hey, if Mike could get away with it, we should be able to.
Right,
B. Russ, he's a great dude, and really was a good ball player.
Sure.
Smart guy, kept his money because he kept the same woman.
Smart man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But
Great point.
it's funny, man. A lot of these guys, I know a lot of dudes in the business, and it's funny. And I'm talking about like entertainers, athletes.
Yeah.
And to meet them and hear the stories, and you probably had it too, Chucky B, how they respect you. It's a different look how they receive you. You know what I mean? Because they really respect what you do as a person, whether you're a producer or a comedian. I was with Mike Breland the other night. Now I'm a big time boxer. I went to the fight in Vegas.
You did?
Yeah, I went to the Wilder Bryman fight, the big heavyweight championship fight.
Nice.
Awesome. 4 rows from the stage, from the ring. And I'm Mike Breland trains the guy. So Breland, who was Olympic, I don't know if you know who Mike Breland is, but Mike Breland was a 1984 Olympic gold medal winner. He was on that 84 team that had 5 gold medal winners. He was the number 1 dude. He was 101 as an amateur. And the interesting story about him is, and not to get off the subject, what we're talking about is he signed the best contract out of all of the fighters. He signed a contract, because they all made money. If you remember that team, they all made money. But he signed a deal with Shelly Finkel that said after he turns 30, he'll get $100,000 a year for the rest of his life.
Jesus.
So he's doing well. He's training guy, man. So, when I meet these guys,
That's a lottery
yeah,
ticket.
yeah,
right
yeah.
there,
So,
man.
when I meet, and it's all publicly known. It was in newspapers. When I meet these guys and we talk, I don't give them too much, Now, Shaq is the only one that I always used to give beef to, because Shaquille, he loves comedy.
Yeah,
and,
he does.
And he would, I one time I got him on. You remember the time when Shaq was running down the court in L.A. and did the move and pulled the stomach muscle because he was doing that stupid dance?
Right.
I did the joke on stage one night, and he was in the audience. You want to talk about? That's when I felt like I was on top of the world that night. It was like 300 people he caught the joke at the same time. It was awesome, man. It was just unbelievable.
Hey, Dannon Green, I'm a fan of yours now. I'm going to track you down and see you live. Everyone, this is not the first time only on a plane, but working with Jeff Arnold, friends.
Right.
You've got a great reputation. You've got an honest groove happening in Hollywood.
Appreciate it, man.
I want to say thank you for being on this show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're welcome in this garage anytime.
Yeah.
I hope you come back.
Yeah. Hey, I was wondering if you guys happen to go to a building, is it possible I can come to there too? Or is I got to stay in this damn garage all my life?
No.
Okay, good. Knowing him, I'll probably get cut out.
Let's go around the diamond. Of course, we got Dannon Green, we got Gary Adler, we got the Wizard of Oz, Travis Spencer. My name is Chunky B. Go to chunkybee.tv, 1 degree of Chunky B, and please, whatever you're doing, keep it going.
Like
Come
us
to
on
our page.
iTunes. Like us on iTunes.
Like us on iTunes and share us like we are cornbread and
And follow me on Instagram, Dannon Green 66, and Facebook. I don't do too much tweeting yet. Maybe I should, but I don't.
Okay, what's it?
Wait, what's the
hold on.
Facebook is just your name?
My name, Dannon Green.
Okay.
Like the yoga, Dannon, last name
Give
Green.
them the Instagrams again.
Okay, Instagram. Dannon Green?
Yeah, Dannon Green 66, one word.
Oh, 66?
Yeah.
Yes.
66.
Okay, so, dude, I'm going to fucking start following you right now.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, do that, man. Hit me up.
All right, you guys, thank you. We are DONE, Dannon Green.
Hey.